Now, the coming weeks and months will be critical, really, to turn the momentum that's been created by you around this table, that the federal government is looking to add to translate that momentum, those ideas into action. But I'm very confident with the experience, the expertise, the goodwill, and the support of Canadians that we will do just that, including through the leadership of the Council of the Federation. And with that, I will turn to Premier Ford.
Canadians want hope, they want prosperity, they want opportunity, and I feel if everyone cooperates and collaborates, we're going to make that happen. We'll make it happen, as you were saying, Scott. We will be a superpower when it comes to energy of all forms, and that's our goal today, to make sure that we have large national infrastructure projects that will benefit every Canadian from coast to coast to coast. I'm going to be very blunt here. This has been the best meeting we've had in 10 years. Simple. Best meeting I've had in 7 years. And there was no expectations that the Prime Minister was going to come out and say, you get that project, you get that project. It was a great discussion. Now, we were all talking. Now it's time to put it into action. All of us are responsible. But I thought it was an incredible meeting, great communication, great collaboration, and we all walked out of that room united. And that's the most important thing. Now the Prime Minister is going to go to work, get the legislation passed, and we'll divvy it up. I described him today as Santa Claus. He's coming, and his sled was full of all sorts of stuff. Now he's taking off back to the North Pole. He's going to sort it out, and then he's going to call us. So. And we're building a short of Santa Claus is my big belly. I got to loan it to him.
Well,
and we're building a port at the North Pole, I think.
That's right, absolutely, and critical minerals up in the North Pole.
And if I could build on the example that Doug gave, I think one of the critical pieces here is the unity. So while on Christmas morning at my house, my kids are pretty excited and not fighting each other over their toys, New Brunswick is really excited to see the Eastern Energy Partnership as a priority project, and we are in full support of our colleagues in the West advancing the Western and Arctic corridor, and we're not going to be in competition with each other, because we're in support of every province here advancing their interests in a way that we're all aware of, that we're all supportive of, and that demonstrates to Canadian the unity among Canadian premiers, the strength around this table, that we're all on the same page to build an economy.
You might have to form a new party.
Yes, that's true.
I want to thank Prime Minister Carney for providing us this offer, not only of a First Minister's meeting, but for providing the offer for us to host it here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Our best wishes and our thoughts with the firefighters and all of those that are defending their communities throughout the northern Prairie provinces right now. And I think what is happening with respect to how we are sharing resources across this nation, how we are sharing wildfire resources, whether it be the tankers that we have, the firefighters that we have, the military has come in and evacuated a couple of communities that were cut off. How everyone has come together, whether it be tankers coming from Quebec, resources from Nova Scotia, British Columbia, the Northwest Territories has provided resources, and a couple of years ago it was the tables were turned, where the challenge was very much in the territories, Yukon, New Brunswick, and it's that ability for us to really be more than a sum of our parts in Canada that is the approach that I would hope each of us takes to these meetings here today. I think it is truly an opportunity that lies at the feet of not only the federal government, but each of us as subnational leaders to unite this nation and to really seize the opportunity that I see before us as Canadians. So thank you.
I'd like to just follow you all the time in making remarks, because I just want to reinforce everything the Premier just said. It's absolutely correct. And
you might have to form a new party.
Yes, that's true. There maybe not every single time, but on issues of nation building and cooperation, without question. Thank you for the great Saskatchewan hospitality on very short notice and under challenging circumstances. And just reiterate the Northern Prairie provinces, the challenges of the wildfires that are raging, and the cooperation that we're seeing across the provinces, across Canada, volunteers, the Canadian Armed Forces, help from some of the Americans as well, 30,000 evacuees, and bravery and charity, the best of Canada being shown. The coming weeks and months will be critical, really, to turn the momentum that's been created by you around this table that the federal government is looking to add to translate that momentum, those ideas into action. But I'm very confident with the experience, the expertise, the goodwill, and the support of Canadians that we.
Hello all, you are welcome back again to my channel. Just yesterday, as at the time of making this video, the Premier of Saskatchewan, the person of Scott Moore, welcomed Mark Carney, the Prime Minister, and other federal delegates and his fellow premiers from the provinces and territories. So they both took time to mention the wildfires that continue to burn across the prairies, and the firefighters, the volunteers, and everyone out there helping out. In the meeting held, Raylan expressed hope that more will be done to address wildfires that have become more common in Canada, especially in the West. So, according to her, she said, we need help. Then, Makani, that's the Prime Minister, also acknowledged that approximately 30,000 evacuees across western provinces are being affected by wildfires. I learned that this year's zone is really serious. So meanwhile, the Northern Territory leaders from Yukon, um, NWT and Nunavut joined Manitoba Premier, to address this whole thing. But the bottom line or the reason for the meeting is just to address some pressing issues facing Canada. And Doug Ford also made his point clear. Well, so far so good. Some persons said the meeting was okay, and they can't wait to see results. So I just wanted to bring this update to you guys, and thanks so much for watching. If you are just joining this channel for the first time, you are most welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Bye.